All right, so there's guys out there who don't feel that they deserve high salaries. In fact, they may even take it a step further. And if they ever hear about someone making high salaries or to see a post about like a high income in tech, they'll be like, oh, that's cap, bro. Like people just lie on the internet, bro. And all these excuses. And these guys don't really get anywhere. Whereas there's other guys out there who believe they deserve the high salaries, believe in their worth, they work hard, and they get paid. I'm going to talk about what I think is the difference here, how we can be in the latter group, and also why I believe some tech workers make significantly more than others. Without further ado, let's dive into it. I remember clearly, I was sitting at dinner with a few people, right? So I was sitting here, there's about three people beside me, and there's someone in front of me. And they're asking me, and this was like when I just got into computer science, right? Like I started studying for my computer science degree. I didn't have a tech job yet. And they asked me like, hey, what are your salary expectations, for your first job in tech? And I told them that, and remember at this time, the salary ranges were lower. Say recently in Canada, they've gone higher, but at that time they were lower. And I said that realistically, I don't really want to take a job unless it pays me at least 70 to 80K, right? And they blew up at me. They started yelling at me and started freaking out like, oh, I can't believe how entitled you're sounding. And there's people double your age who only make 50K. You should be grateful for any opportunity. You should be grateful for, any money that comes your way. And I remember just sitting there like, hey, like, why are you freaking out about this? Not a big deal. That's just what my expectation is, right? But B, I knew even then, because I was frequenting like the forums, related to tech. I knew even then that there were people making those high salaries. So why not me, right? Why not me? And you got to take a look at my background. Like my background is I failed a bunch of high school courses, didn't graduate high school on time. I failed a college course, was a super super average college student. So as I went into the software engineering thing, I mean there were doubts in my mind too. So it's not like I was 100% as much as I felt that I deserved the high salaries. There were doubts in my mind too, like am I good enough to do this? Am I smart enough to do this? Will I even be able to do this? Will I be able to get any job in the field, let alone, 70 to 80K plus, right? These thoughts were circulating in my mind, right? But anyway, I kept working hard. And long story short, by the time I graduated and I had job offers on the table, I had two job offers, right? One was for 86K and one was for over 100K. So both these jobs exceeded my expectations in terms of, what I was expecting for my first salary out of university. And this leads me to the first point I want to make. There's going to be people out there who tell you, oh, just be grateful for crumbs, bro. Be grateful for any opportunity that comes your way, bro. Be grateful for any money, bro. Like, take that thought, throw it out the window. All right. We don't listen to those people. Now, look, I'm not saying don't be grateful, right? I am grateful for every single dollar that comes my way, every single positive thing that happens in my life, right? I believe in always like looking at the positive side and all those things. So I'm always grateful. But where I disagree with this mentality is sometimes the people who speak like this, their mentality isn't be grateful for what you have, but aim higher. It's be grateful for what you have and like just hold on to it. Be thankful you have any job, and they don't focus on the improvement aspect. So I'm saying be grateful for what you have, always, always, always. But don't feel like you don't deserve the best just because you're here right now, whatever amount of money it may be. But yeah, be grateful for that, thankful for that every single day, because there truly are people out there who don't even have a job today. And if you have that, be thankful, be grateful. But always remember, you do deserve the best, right? There's people out there making those high salaries, so you can aim for that, right? There's these people making it. Why can't you be that person? Why can't I be that person? Why don't we deserve the best, right? And frankly, I believe we do. So always keep aiming as high as possible. Next thing I want to talk about is the people who say, oh, tech is overpaid, bro. Tech is a bubble, bro. These salaries won't last for like another month, bro. Like take that thought, throw out the window. All right. Look, these companies, these tech companies, they aren't charities, right? They don't pay you these high salaries because they're like, oh, that poor person, let's give them a little bit more money. Like, that's not how it works. They do extensive market research and they see what's the amount of money that they can pay you to keep you employed at that company, right? And these are profit driven companies. So, frankly, they're probably actually paying you less than what they believe you're worth. Because if they were paying you more than what you were actually worth, they'd be losing money. Their goal is to maximize profits, right? So realistically, A, they're probably paying you less than the amount of value you actually bring to the company. And B, even though these tech salaries to like you and I may seem very high because we don't make billions of dollars, go look at the quarterly financials for some of these companies like Amazon, Facebook, whatever. Go look at how much money they make in a quarter. It is absolutely absurd. They make billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. The amount of money they're paying you or any other tech worker, they could literally throw that in the river and they wouldn't even feel it. Right? So the fact that tech is overpaid and it's not going to last long, like it's the good salaries have been around for a while and they're going to stay around because again, tech just continues to grow. We're only relying on software and things more and more and more. So these companies aren't charities. They're giving you this money because they feel you deserve it, and I hope you feel you deserve it too. Now, next thing I want to talk about are people who are going to say, oh, high salaries means you're going to be overworked, bro. If you get paid a high salary, you're going to be worked like a dog, bro. Again, take that thought, throw it out the window, all right? Look, for me, I've only ever worked for one company out of college. But I can just compare that to the previous job I had, which was customer service, right? For that job, I had to commute an hour and 30 minutes to an office just to get yelled at by customers all day. I couldn't even go to the bathroom when I wanted to because you could be like in the middle of a phone call. You can't just, take a break. And then I would commute an hour and 30 minutes back just to be paid a little above minimum wage. Whereas now at my job, I have great work-life balance. I can take a break when I need it. It's remote. I don't have to commute so long. And I'm being paid significantly more. So there's just a disparity you can see right there. Now, I've also talked to people in the field, and I've seen this message perpetuated constantly where they tell me, that work-life balance and salaries don't correlate as much as people think, right? There's companies out there that'll work you like a dog and pay you peanuts, whereas there's companies out there who'll pay you greatly and you'll still have excellent work-life balance. And again, these companies are employing people, right? It's not like they're not. So why can't we aim for that? Why not you or I in that position, right? So that's the only point I'm making here. Now, just to summarize all of that, to filter it down to the core message, I believe some people are making higher salaries because A, they believe that they deserve it. B, they actually work towards it, because you can't just be like thinking positively and all that and just laying on your butt, right? You actually have to get up and take action. And they apply to the right places. When I say right places, I mean these high-paying tech companies. These tend to be U.S. tech companies that pay the highest salaries, right? All right, now last point I want to make. Hey, be kind to yourself throughout the process. This is a tough journey that you've embarked on. Seriously, be proud of yourself every single day for showing up and choosing to learn and improve yourself, right? Upskill yourself, right? If you look at my background, again, I failed multiple high school courses, didn't graduate high school on time, failed a college course, was a super average college student, right? And from the time that I picked up computer science, from the time to the time it took me to land a job that actually paid me well, that was like a year and a half, close to 2 years, right? And in between that time, I only had like one internship where I made a little above minimum wage. So for the longest time, it was like I was seeing almost no progress. And then progress was exponential because I got this one job offer and then it's like, boom, right? That was more money than I'd made in my entire life, right? And again, all the people I talked about before, they're going to try to put these standards on you to try to get you to, oh, you got to be more realistic, bro, and all these things. Like, no, we don't listen to those people, right? We don't listen to those people. Keep the faith, work hard, stay positive. I believe in you, but what I believe doesn't matter. Frankly, what you believe matters. So I hope you believe in yourself too. And I just want you to imagine for a second. Imagine you take this advice, you run with it, and now you have a remote job with good work-life balance that you don't dread going into. Because with my customer service job, I was dreading that every single day. I was like driving an hour, 30 minutes, go there, and it's like the minute I pick up the phone, someone's like yelling on the other line, So it wasn't exactly something I was excited to go to every day. And now that dynamic's changed. Imagine that you have money to support your family. You now have money to do the fun things you want to. Because back then, I didn't even have money to go out on like a date. I had to like borrow that from my parents, right? So now you have money to support your family, to go out, have a good dating life, to go out with friends, to travel, whatever it may be. You have money to do those things, right? I want you to imagine that you're working at a job that actually cares about your mental and physical health, and they give you a good work-life balance that allows you to handle the work side of things, whether it's family, whether it's some interests you have outside of work, and also allows you to excel at work. Imagine that. And these things exist, and they're out there waiting for you. All right, keep working hard. Again, I believe you can do it, but what I believe doesn't matter. What you believe matters, right? So I hope you believe in yourself too. All right, keep pushing. And that's all I have for this video. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Ultimately, I want this to be our positive little community where we help each other, support each other, and help each other get to the next level in life. So please come join the community. I'll leave my Instagram, TikTok somewhere here. Please do support there as well. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Peace.